They know I got them vibes, so you know them fans watching me.
They in my chat with the shit. Oh, they must think they can stop me. See, we got rods on the scopes. Now don't get sniped out the lobby.
Is not on me now. Tell me, what do you see?
We send the vibes on the nation. LRP and our blood. We in the sky with this shit. Just think it came out.
See, it's 99% cap, 1% gameplay, 100% vibe. Don't bring that bullshit my way. Try your luck, go against the vibe. Where you fuck, you gon' think I'm Mike Grable the way I make them tighten up. You'll be lucky if you even score. You should read more, though I choose to live in peace. You should know I bleed war. I'm a recon man, one of the best in the sport. I keep a drone on my hip, I let it out to explore. They say the ops on the way. I see one, I know it's more. They just ran inside a building, my EMP gon' deploy. Make a panic, play support. Crypto going manic, they tryna figure out how I do assault damage. Real just march the surroundings, I know they can't stand it. Morosky sending out his ghost and they don't understand it. I'm headed to the high grounds to get an overstanding. Now you from a distance, see your partners, they just left you stranded. Damn. You know you headed to the lobby, right? Sorry for your awful fight, I admit it was easy. Get you some practice or you always die. I know you doing that ping thing. They gone, made it out of sniper range. Level 1 knockdown shield. It's been 7 minutes in the fucking game. I'm devoted. Hit you with the devotion, hear it wind up, quick motion. Now I'm headed with the wind to your partners, but I'm focused. See, Goat just hit that beast on the hunt. Ghosts is ghosts, we reloaded, blow the EMP and we done. They know I got them vibes, so you know them fans watching me.
They in my chat with the shit. Oh, they must think they can stop me. See, we got rods on the scopes. Now don't get sniped out the lobby.
Is not on me now. Tell me, what do you see?
We send the vibes on the nation. LRP and our blood. We in the sky with this shit. Just think it came out the mud.
Coop, Mr. Bipolar, D'Angelo, Mr. Jags in the building, first place in the AFC South. Anthony Tony, chronic fan, Bears from 1st to 7th in the NFC. Just like that, Nano, Kicks Wheel, Ravens, Joe with the upsetting loss. Isaiah likely that was
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Catch Mr. Crime Scene in the building. Hope everybody having a good day. It is Victory Monday. I gotta stretch it out because Tennessee Titans have only had 2 Victory Mondays in this year.
Let me teach you how
in
to
a rough
vibe.
season, nonetheless. Everybody on Facebook, like, share, comment, follow, tap into the daily content. Appreciate y'all being here. Everybody on YouTube, 2 videos today. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, tap into the YouTube content, picture in picture. Also, you have Twitch, picture in picture, Amazon Prime. You can sub to the content, the channel once a month for free. It costs you nothing if you got Amazon Prime.
Let me teach you how to
don't use
vibe.
it on me, use it on another content creator on that platform. Richard, what up? And then if you not follow me on any of those and you're new to the channel, you should be watching me on Kick. Up to 50 emotes for free. You don't have to be a paid sub to the channel to use those. Picture in picture, no ads. It's a lot going on over there. Appreciate y'all. Follow me on all social media platforms. I comment and respond back, no matter how big of a troll you may think you are.
Let me teach you
I'm
how
the
to
biggest troll.
vibe.
Rich black man in the building. Hey, Miami in the playoffs. Bama in the playoffs. High five, Rich. Everybody who didn't make it in, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. You didn't deserve it. Let's get into that before we get into everything else we covered. Because I dropped the Shedeur Cam War epic battle video and the CFP video. But Indianapolis Colts fans is crashing out in my comments Let me run it back. Indianapolis Colts fans are crashing out in my comments. Phillip Rivers called into their practice squad today. Anthony Richardson, as we all know, had an eye injury in warm-ups a few months ago. Daniel Jones broke his leg, came back and had an Achilles, so both legs are bad. And he was on a 1-year, $14 million guaranteed deal, and they hadn't extended him yet. They were kind of giving him the Sam Darnold play. Wait to the postseason to see how much we think he's worth in the next free market. And then you have Riley Leonard, the rookie, who's got a knee injury, but he's going to play. They are down to bare bones minimum, a team that was at the top of the AFC. Injuries, and that's what I always tell y'all, the best team is the most healthy team. It's the war of attrition. It's Rambo. You win the war by attrition. You know what I'm saying? So they're losing the war of attrition right now, and it looks they got some decisions to make. And you know, a team that was going to win the AFC South, the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans were at the bottom of the barrel. The Texans beat the Titans and went on a run. Now the Texans have beaten the Bills in prime time. They've beaten the Chiefs in prime time. They look like they are for real and ready to make that next step. And they are right on the heels of the Colts, along with the Jacksonville Jaguars, who probably have a really good shot at winning the division now, even with their injuries to Brian Thomas and Travis Hunter. So adding in Jacoby Myers seemed to have helped that offense. It's going to be interesting down the stretch. Potentially no Ravens, potentially no Chiefs, potentially Colts being like right on that fringe of, will they have a quarterback that will be healthy enough to get them into the playoffs? And then when they get into the playoffs, if they get in, will they have enough bodies to compete?
Let me teach you how to
This has been the
vibe.
craziest NFL season. Chicago Bears lose one game and go from 1-7. It's a small margin of error for all the teams that are fighting for their playoff lives right now. So this is fun football. And there's like 5 to 8 teams that potentially could get the number 1 pick in the upcoming NFL draft, which is even crazier than all that, because this is one of those years where this is not like the projected NBA lottery like they have for their draft. The Tennessee Titans have a 28% chance to get the first overall pick. The Raiders have a 28% chance, even though the Raiders beat the Titans in Las Vegas. The Browns have a 16% chance of winning it, even though they just lost to the Titans. The Giants have a 10% chance. The Saints 8, Jets 6, Commanders 3. But the Giants and the Commanders play this week, so they can swap positions. If the Giants beat the Commanders, then the Commanders will jump into the top 3 of teams. And then the Titans and the Saints play each other. So this is a year where losing may not get you the number 1 pick, and winning may not get you in by tiebreakers. This has been one of the most interesting, upside down, Stranger Things end of a season that I've seen in some time. He said, Trail Notre Dame to join the conference. Impulse, what up? Duke Gaming, what up? Now I'll say Monday Night Football. We lit, we ready for it. Bama, Georgia for the championship. We got a long way, man. Bama got a lot of injuries, and we can't have -3 rushing yards. We're not beating. We not beating UAB with -3 rushing yards. Crazy NFL season. Anybody can get beat. CCB, OG in the building. Nano, Swag Surfing, Corey D. Tighten up. Victory Monday. Andre Coop with the 20 star.
Let me teach you how to
we
vibe.
doing? We living Biggie Small. I've been a little under the weather. I just woke up from a nap actually. Bowler, what up? Jason G. Lock Kick, number 1 shoe plug in the city. I know you busy around this time of year. Greg Hudson. Buddha Haters has followed. That doesn't even sound right. Connor Grundy. Peace of man. Appreciate everybody being tapped in. But that's a very interesting setup that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams that potentially could get the number 1 pick in the NFL draft, win, lose, or draw. And the Titans and the Saints play, and the Giants and the Commanders play. So this is gonna come down to, I think, a tiebreaker. You could be the worst team in the league this year and still fall to 4 in the draft order. So I don't think they need to do any kind of draft lottery. The worst teams are supposed to get the best picks. But this is a year where losing on purpose might not even help you, because you could lose a game on purpose, tie a schedule, and then because of strength of schedule, not head to head, you can still lose the number 1 pick. Tennessee Titans have the highest strength of schedule of any of the teams in the field, so they would need to actually have the worst record. But that's why we're here today. I think you have to value the wins in these young teams over draft positioning, and let me tell you why. If your whole instance is, if the Titans, Browns, Giants, Saints have a new coach, Jets have a new coach, Commanders, Jaden Daniels will be back next year. If you want a winning culture, you'll take another win or two in competitive games over getting the number 1 overall pick for potential draft capital that may or may not work out, because the people that are going to help you select those said players are not even in the building. I think it's important. There's a lot of Titan fans that wanted us to lose to the Browns, and I think it helped us more than hurt us to get that win. Because let's say you lose to the Browns and then you tie at the end and you don't get the number 1 pick, then you kind of hurt the culture of your team, which is 60% of your team are young first and second year players. So of who's available right now, you definitely want the culture of winning and them playing better football at this stage in the year. If you look at my flip around model YouTube podcast that I did, I used the Bears and the Patriots. The Bears and the Patriots won a few games late at the end of their season last year, and it's translated over into wins for them this year, because the games where the Bears defensive back is flipping off the crowd and gets a Hail Mary thrown on him, maybe learning from his mistake the next year, that's a player that makes a big play in those games. So you definitely, if you're a bad team, you're good at losing and you want to be better at winning, and you want to breed that culture. And it's more important than a draft pick, because last year Titans had the 1st overall pick, but the Browns' 2nd pick was more valuable than the Tennessee Titans' 1st, because it was a foregone conclusion that the Titans were going to select a quarterback. They didn't know if it was going to be Cam Ward, if it's going to be Shedeur or Abdul Carter, but you knew the Tennessee Titans hadn't elected to trade that pick, that they were probably going to take a quarterback. So they made the Browns draft pick last year basically get them an extra 1st round draft pick and an extra 2nd. So, if you're the Tennessee Titans, or you're the Giants, or you're the Saints, and you got a young team, you'd much rather win a couple games and get a little less in your trade value and still stay in the top 5, top 10 draft picks than be so concerned about losing out on purpose to get that number 1 pick, because it doesn't always guarantee that you'll get the 1st pick, or that the people that you select with those draft picks will actually turn into good players that actually help your team. Tone, is them Panthers gonna make the run or they not? Bond with the 20-star bond, and I like the makeup of the young Panthers team too. Tone, I ain't gonna lie to you, because y'all got dunkers on the outside. Y'all know Shotbybuddha how I like to build a team. The Panthers got dunkers. They got Ted McMillan. They got Coker. They got Leggett. They got dunkers on the outside. Jatavian Sanders. Buddha bias the size breakdown. Alabama in the playoffs and not Notre Dame. I'm just trying to figure it out. No hate, just curious. I actually did a YouTube video of it, but I'll give you a short breakdown in the shop, because hey, while we doing this, I want to do, how I do questions at the end of my spiels. I want to do a mailbag where y'all can put these questions in at any time that y'all thinking, but I don't want it to be called a mailbag. I think that's like some 1950s Dear Jane letter. Sounds kind of creepy. Catholic confessional. I want to come up with a new name. One of y'all help me come up with a name for the mailbag. We're going to actually do where you put those questions in mailbag and I answer them in video form. If I don't get to them in stream, Bond with another 20-star bond. Dragon Stickers in the chat. Nathan Weaver was popping. KT2, the go.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
All right, I can answer that question. While we getting into why the Tennessee Titans and the Saints and the Giants and some of these young teams with young coaches would rather win than tank for the 1st pick. Now, if you're the Raiders and the Commanders, you tank. because you got Jaden Daniels and you the Raiders. You got to pay Geno next year. You need to get up there as high as you can get to select your quarterback of the future. He said the Titans will probably win that Saints game too. But I mean, the Saints have been playing good as of late. They were this close to beating the Dolphins, and they turned around and beat the Buccaneers, who's the cream of that NFC South, even though they're beat up. But still, like the Saints and Titans, that should be a good competitive game, honestly. I'd like to see that matchup. I think that'll be a good matchup for both teams. But you know, if the Titans beat the Browns and the Saints and pick third or fourth next year, like I would not be mad at that. You know, it's like you take your young team finding ways to win, to have something to put on tape to build for the next year, as opposed to losing out and thinking some new guys is going to come in and just overnight change things. It's really going to start with a head coach, a good free agent signing period, and a good offseason camp and a good draft. All right. He said, to be honest, we about to play the Bucks 2 times. We won't make the playoffs. I know I be saying Panthers to the Super Bowl to troll, but nah, we not beating the Bucks 2 times. We might due to external factors, but if I had to bet on it, no. For sure. All right, now let me answer your question, because I feel like I did. In short, I kind of gave the spiel of why I think the Titans should win games down the stretch and build confidence over losing out on purpose, because it may not even help them with their strength of schedule. Bias aside, y'all know I'm the most unbiased content creator when it comes to these lifestyle and sports and these type of issues. It's real simple, Tone. When you look at and I broke this down in a YouTube video. I'm gonna put the link in the chat for that video, but I'm still gonna break it down for you. I just hope that y'all do when I have a YouTube video, usually post at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, that y'all like, comment, tap into the conversations on my YouTube videos. That'll help a whole lot. The channel is growing over there and we staying more consistent. So if y'all do get a chance, make sure y'all click on that video and like it. But I'll break it down for you. It's real simple. If you value conference championship games in your big conferences, the Big Ten and SEC, what would essentially happen if you take Bama out for losing to Georgia, a team that they already beat on the road, that this ain't the same season? You saying if they don't play the conference championship game, then Georgia is in, Bama is in, Oklahoma is in, Ole Miss is in, Texas A&M is in, and potentially Texas or Vandy could creep in the back door, depending on what happened, right? You just do away with championship games if that's the case. If it means that your conference get more teams in, because Bama played Bama played in succession. If you go back to it, starting with a hold on. I can pull it up for you. And I do this from an unbiased point. All right. Now, do me a favor. You say Notre Dame, right? Let Notre Dame play Wisconsin, at Georgia, Vanderbilt, at Missouri, Tennessee, at South Carolina, LSU, and Oklahoma in a 2-month stretch. What is Notre Dame's record? What is Notre Dame's record if they play that stretch? Because Alabama is ranked in the CFP higher than Miami. Now, Miami didn't play in their conference championship and Alabama did. Do you start crediting teams that don't play in the conference championship or not good enough to make it to the conference championship? That's the question that you're asking. And if you take Bama out, you're saying you don't want conference championship games. If you leave them in, you say you want them. Which money do they want? So if you're going to say it's going to matter in the Big Ten and the SEC, then you leave Alabama in, and Miami is
me
actually
teach you
your
how to
last team
vibe.
in. Notre Dame's gripe is with Miami then. But they played Miami, and Miami beat them. So if we're going to start saying that head-to-head has no bearing in the playoffs, then what is your stipulation? They built the college football playoff model on strength of schedule. Head-to-head is the last caveat. So if you're gonna put two principles in and then ignore those principles, then what message are you sending? He said they definitely beating South Carolina. I don't know though. Like, but you got to look at the schedule and say, at that time in the season, regardless of you beat up, regardless of you tired, if you go on a 2-month stretch of Wisconsin, at Georgia, Vandy, at Missouri, Tennessee, South Carolina, LSU, Oklahoma in a 2-month stretch, it don't matter if you beat up, it don't matter if you tired, back to 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 back quality opponents. Can you sustain yourself? That's what the SEC offers. That's what the SEC offers. So the first teams out is Notre Dame, Texas, and Vandy. Well, people scream Vandy, but how could Vandy get in over Texas and Texas beat Vandy head up? And Texas beat Texas A&M, the reason why they won in the SEC championship over Bama. So let's say Texas A&M had beat Texas and was in the SEC championship against Georgia, then Bama would be sitting way up high with Oregon, and above Ole Miss. That's the whole point. Do you want teams to schedule and play conference championships, or don't you? Notre Dame is not in a conference. If they was in a conference, they'd be in the ACC. And if they was in the ACC, they would be in with Miami. And who won head up? Miami beat Notre Dame. I don't see this argument for Notre Dame why y'all fight for it so hard when they opted out of their bowl after they lost. When Alabama got left, was the first team out last year. We played our bowl game and we came back and do what we got to do the next year. That's how it works. You don't get to take your ball and go home because you didn't get in. He said Notre Dame should be in the conference like in basketball. They're trying to double dip the chip. TJ, the TJ, that's a good point. They in basketball but not football. You want to keep your TV rights, you want to keep your money, you want to keep your exclusivity, but you still want all the things that come with being in the conference. And if you're not going to join the conference, then times like this, when you don't get that extra game or you don't get the conference affiliation, then it is what it is. Now, if we being real, then Tulane and James Madison should have played each other in the January Day Bowl, and this should be Notre Dame and Texas. If we being honest, if they want the 12 best teams, because you put Notre Dame in next, and then you put Texas in over Vandy because they beat Vandy head up. If we just talking about the best teams, and you going off best teams, but people's judgment get clouded and they overlook the James Madison Tulane aspect and just jump straight to Bama. Well, it's a team in front of James Madison Tulane. Their name is Miami, and Miami is behind Alabama. So the first team you should have a gripe with is Miami. But Notre Dame fans and Notre Dame apologists don't say Miami, they say Bama, because head to head, Miami already beat Notre Dame. So if Notre Dame would have beat Miami, Miami would be the first team out, not Notre Dame. It's really quite simple. Like that, Tone, that's the most unbiased way I can answer your question, is to say, at the end of the day, another team, BYU, should have more of a gripe than some of these teams. They played in their conference championship and they lost to Texas Tech twice. Why would they not be in before Notre Dame? They're in the conference. They 2 losses is both to Texas Tech. If Texas Tech is the number 4 team with the bye, why wouldn't that be a more quality loss than the last two teams in. BYU has the gripe that they should be in over James Madison and Tulane. You see what I'm saying? Like, people fight the fight for Notre Dame, but Notre Dame don't even have the strongest argument. The strongest argument is BYU. Because you're saying if Bama's not going to be punished for a conference championship, then BYU shouldn't be punished for a conference championship. Then BYU should be the last team in. So it's really BYU has a stronger argument to being in than Notre Dame. Would y'all agree? Y'all disagree? I feel like BYU has a stronger argument. Because see, the difference between BYU and Bama, people would take that argument is Bama beat Georgia on the road. So if BYU would have beat Texas Tech at Texas Tech and then lost to them in the conference championship, that would be the argument that Bama has. Because then you'd be asking yourself, like, who has the best wins in college football? Indiana over Ohio State in the Big Ten championship, and Bama beating Georgia on the road in Georgia and then playing them twice. See, people leave out the important parts of Indiana's got the best win of the season, beating Ohio State in the Big Ten championship on neutral site, not at home. You see what I'm saying? And then Bama went to Georgia and beat Georgia in Georgia on a 2-month run, playing all, and half the opponents they played was ranked at the time. So you can't say like you want Vandy to be in over Bama. And one of the teams that you go head up with is Vandy can't jump Texas and Bama if they lost to both of them. That ruins their argument. Notre Dame can't jump Miami because they lost to Miami. Notre Dame can't jump Bama because if they play Bama schedule and they join, please Notre Dame, come join the SEC. Then you'd have your number one running back, your number two running back, your tight end, your best edge rusher. All of them will be beat up going down the stretch playing that schedule that Bama played. B Walker, what it do, player? Yeah, you missed it, She. We started the stream off with that. You a day late. Your Ducks finna win. It'll be the first time they win since college football was
Let me teach you how to vibe.
I'm glad they in.
Let
Don't
me
lose to
teach you how
James
to
Madison
vibe.
though. She, I want you back in the shop if Oregon Ducks at home at Autzen Stadium lose to James Madison. Please. You gotta do like Buddha. Some of y'all gotta do like Buddha. When y'all team take an air, you gotta come show up in the shop to get this fade. If the Oregon Ducks lose to James Madison in Autzen Stadium, please.
Let me
please,
teach you
please
how to
show back up.
vibe.
What's the word, gas man? Please show up. I don't want to see, because some of y'all duck when y'all teams lose. He said ACC is fine. The good teams just ask, albeit are dated. You can't win your own conference for the title. It's telling. I pop up as soon as you get off work. You do. I give you your respect, man. If James Madison beat Oregon in Oregon, oh my God! Talking about the field goal post getting ripped down. KT say your alma mater been taking L's all season, and the jury's still gonna be out whether firing James Franklin was a mistake. Let James Franklin take their recruiting class to Virginia Tech and be in the ACC championship next year and get an automatic bid. Oh my God! Y'all can ask any questions y'all want. Tone that came in with some good questions. Of course, today's topic was the Indianapolis Colts. What are they gonna do at QB? Daniel Jones out with a broken fibula and an Achilles. Anthony Richardson still injured. Riley Leonard is gonna play through the pain, and Phillip Rivers is back in the AFC South on the practice squad, warming up in the bullpen for the Indianapolis Colts. Crazy. Comedy 2 times in the building. Hey, and then the second topic of the day, 2 times this involved your New York Football Giants, was these are the percentage chances for all the teams that are vying for the number 1 pick. It's 7 teams. The Titans and Raiders with 28%, Browns 16, Giants 10, Saints 8, Jets 6, Commanders 3. But the Commanders and the Giants play this week. Heavy implications on the number 1 overall pick. and the Saints and the Titans play week 17. So there's a big strong chance that any of these 7 teams could get the number 1 overall pick in the 2026 NFL draft. Losing games on purpose may not even help you. The Raiders beat the Titans. Titans beat the Browns. The Giants and the Commanders are about to play. Saints could beat the Titans. The Titans could beat the Saints, and it could go to strength of schedule first. And you could get beat by a team and lose on purpose and still lose the number 1 pick. So yeah, I think these teams should try to win games and play competitively. You could lose a game on purpose and hurt your culture and hurt your team and still not even get the pick, which I think that's a good thing. So those been the conversations. Daniel Jones, what do the Colts do? He won't be ready to start next season, coming off of his injury. Will they sign him hurt? 1. What did they do with Anthony Richardson? 2. Riley Leonard plays. If he doesn't play well, what did the Colts do? They don't have their first round draft pick to go into the draft to try to find a QB. It's going to be interesting. Kyler Murray, Mac Jones, Kirk Cousins, Will Levis, is maybe even Joe Milton. It's going to be a handful of guys that'll be out there available. Joe Flacco for people to take a shot at as a bridge QB in the Raiders. If the Raiders get the number 1 pick, I don't see how they pass on QB with Geno Smith being in the last year of his deal next season. And the Cowboys, Browns, Rams, and Jets all have multiple first round picks. So this could get real interesting this offseason leading up to the draft of who actually ends up with the first overall pick. And then Tone asked the question of unbiasedly, how do we explain this college football playoff? And we did so beautifully. And if anybody disagree, come on down. Colts can't trade up. If you don't got a first round pick, they traded it. They traded 26 and 27, so they don't have a first round pick to 2028. Like, what player are you sending to get a first round pick to make that move? When the Rams got 2 firsts, the Cowboys got 2 firsts. Both of them got Dak Prescott and Matt Stafford. The Jets would be the team that would be trying to move up. The Jets had the best case. The Browns are gonna roll with Shedeur Sanders, which they should. Then the Browns will have 2 first round picks plus Shedeur. I mean, it's real interesting. He said, I don't think it's not about his day going negative. You just got to be realistic and think about the 16 teams in the SEC for Notre Dame. Notre Dame would not have as many wins as they have now if they was in the Big Ten or the SEC. Like Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Missouri. Think about the teams that's joined the SEC that came from the Big 12. These are blue blood franchises. How hard is it to win the SEC and get to the SEC championship game? Like, think about the season that Texas A&M had and they didn't make it. Think about Ole Miss's season and they didn't make it. Think about Oklahoma, Alabama, Texas, Vandy. We talking about potentially the half of the college football playoffs could have been SEC if we didn't have stipulations. Notre Dame, if they're not going to join the conference to go through a gauntlet like that, they got to win out. They got to be a one-loss team or undefeated. If Indiana can go 13-0 through the Big Ten and beat Ohio State in the Big Ten championship, then Notre Dame can join the conference. It's just that simple. Like, I'm not holding no water for Notre Dame. They some suckers. I'm not saying that in a one-game setting that like we talk about the Bama schedule that I threw out there for you, right? And this is not just me being a Bama fan. This is a football fan. This just me being a football fan. I'm saying if Notre Dame ain't gonna go to Wisconsin, Georgia, Vanderbilt, Missouri, Tennessee, South Carolina, LSU, and Oklahoma in a 2-month span, then I can't have no sympathy for for that team. Yes, they could beat Oklahoma or South Carolina or Tennessee or Vandy or Missouri or Georgia or Wisconsin in a 1-game setting. But to beat them and play them back to back for like 2 months, that's not happening. And if you do make it through, your team is going to be beat up. Look at these teams that we talking about. I mean, Bama has 5 starters out when they play Georgia. Look at the injuries to John Mateer. Oklahoma made the playoffs and Mateer missed time being beat up and playing through injury. Like, you in the SEC, you're gonna play big time games without your players. It's different. When Caleb Downs say, man, the football I play now is cool, but in the SEC I was playing dudes every week. Like, when you go to your NFL draft board and you start picking out your mock draft, where are you selecting players from? If you're an Eagles fan, you saying, where am I selecting my players from? You see what I'm saying, Tone? It's just like, the reality is, like, anybody can be beat. Bama can be beat. Georgia can be beat. Ohio State can be beat. But to just run down the line and play all these teams back to back to back, that's what Notre Dame is trying to avoid. And while Ohio State is going through a gauntlet, and Indiana is going through a gauntlet, and Texas is going through a gauntlet, and A&M is going through a gauntlet, they playing in naval academies for a month. Can't believe Missouri have good talent though. Ahmad Hardy is an NFL talent. Brett Norfleet is an NFL talent. Zion Young is going to go to the league. Like, see what I'm saying? That's why I let y'all know, like, I'm not a hater or just a biased person. When we play Missouri, I can tell you who the people that's going to be in the league on Missouri. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go through and say, when I go through Texas A&M and say, KC Concepcion is going to be a first round draft pick. Will Lee could be a potential first round draft pick. They got several offensive linemen. You just go down the NFL rosters and look. When you go from Oregon to Alabama, Oklahoma, Georgia, Ohio State, you know, like, Jacob Rodriguez from Texas Tech is going to be a high draft pick linebacker. So it's like, you look at these teams and you see that. It's just to say, you're going to play those games week in, week out with NFL talent. You don't get no games off. You don't get to go play Army, Navy, and the Air Force for a month and come back. Notre Dame could join. They really should join the ACC because they got ACC and basketball affiliations. Like, they was ducking the Big Ten for all those years. It would have made sense. Notre Dame and the Big Ten, they could still keep their rivalry with they can still get their rivalry with USC and things like that, but Notre Dame didn't want to play in the Big Ten, and they running from the ACC, and the ACC has less talent than the Big Ten and the SEC. So it's like, yeah, they running from all angles. You know, if I'm the committee, I punish them for that. Join a conference, or if you the odd man out, you just the odd man out. See, their real gripe is Notre Dame feel like they should be in over Tulane or James Madison. Now, if we was going on who deserve it, Tulane and James Madison could play each other in a bowl game, pick a city, send them to Hawaii or something. But most deserving next would be BYU. If we talking about best teams, then I go between Notre Dame, Texas, and Vandy. Then if you wanted to do that, put Notre Dame's schedule next to Vandy and Texas. You see what I'm saying? If you want to do that. Put Notre Dame's schedule next to Vandy and Texas. And let's see. You say Vandy, Virginia Tech, South Carolina, Utah State, Alabama, LSU, Missouri, Texas, Auburn, Kentucky, and Tennessee. Six teams on Vanderbilt's schedule was ranked games when they played them. Then if you go look at Texas' schedule, in Vanderbilt, Texas was a 3-point game. Texas started with Ohio State, Florida, Oklahoma, Kentucky, Mississippi State, Vanderbilt, Georgia, Arkansas, and Texas A&M. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you go look at Texas schedule and you look at Vanderbilt schedule. Like they gripe is they gripe is with them other schools, not Bama. People just use Bama because it's clickbait, or they just specifically don't like Alabama. Like, I can't be convinced otherwise.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
So we go look at BYU schedule. Portland State, Stanford, East Carolina, Colorado, West Virginia, Arizona, Utah was their first ranked game. Iowa State, Texas Tech, TCU, Cincinnati, Central Florida, and Texas Tech again. So I mean, like, that's not a comparable schedule. But if I wanted to argue, if I'm BYU, I'd say my 2 losses is to Texas Tech. Now, does it hurt them that they only scored 7 points both times they played Texas Tech? Obviously, but because they got Texas Tech and Utah as they only ranked opponents that they played. So you talk about being deserving and who should go. Your argument don't start with Alabama. Your argument actually starts after Alabama. Zero chill head-to-head event. Not yet. I'm about to start though. Yeah, Vandy ain't complaining. They just gonna play that game. Steelers got the dub. Crazy. Aaron Rodgers with the rushing touchdown. Dre Day, what up? Stat man in the building. But see, the thing about it, Sheed, is like people used to put Bama on the schedule and then they stopped scheduling Bama. Not saying that people scared of Bama. It's just like that's very risky. That it's like Texas playing Ohio State. If you Texas athletic director, you take Ohio State off your schedule and you in the playoffs. See, that's the fear of the committee when you leave a Bama out. You saying next year, just the Texas will just take Ohio State off the schedule. DK with 140 plus. So if you want the playoffs, take a risk. Not necessarily. If you want the playoffs, get an easy schedule and win out. But in Notre Dame's case, they don't play in a conference, and the team that they are fighting for the 10th spot beat them. Miami is the team that beat them. Because you got to be fair about Notre Dame and say, okay, they started their season off playing out of conference, right? Okay, they're not in a conference, so they're going to play out of conference games to get started, right? Then you lose to Miami and Texas A&M. So 2 of the teams that's in the playoffs, you lost to start the season. Then you play Purdue, Arkansas, Boise State, NC State. You beat USC, Boston College, Navy, Pitt, Syracuse, and Stanford. You beat a bunch of unranked teams, and the 2 ranked teams you play, you lost. Now there was close games, and that's what give Notre Dame the feeling of, hey man, we can play with those guys, but if you was Notre Dame and you play Miami and Texas A&M, now put LSU in Tennessee, in South Carolina, Vandy, Texas, load that up. But behind that, don't let it be a bunch of teams that you're a heavy favorite to. You finishing the season with Boston College, Navy, Pitt, Syracuse, and Stanford. Please. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Notre Dame probably should be in over James Madison or Tulane. But to say that you should take Miami out and put Notre Dame in is crazy. I just think that's crazy. And the doors of the church is open if anybody disagree with that. You hear that sound? That sound means if you disagree with that, please state your opinions. Similar to the fans that are mad about my statement about the Colts is what decision do they make? You know, they don't have first round picks for the next 2 years, and the abridged quarterback that you brought in that was playing so well, and then you know I had something happen that let me know. Y'all know when I start telling people have a blessed day. I had somebody that was in the comments arguing with me and said that Daniel Jones wasn't even playing that good. 68% completion percentage, 3,100 yards, 19 touchdowns passing, 5 rushings, and 8 interceptions. 24 touchdowns to 8 interceptions, 3,100 yards through 13 games. The guy's probably going to throw for 4,000 yards if he don't get hurt. And probably going to have 25 to 30 touchdowns and around 10 to 12 interceptions. Get out of here. Like a quarterback that is coming into his prime, that has won a playoff game before, he has experience in the playoffs. You're going to have one of the top running backs, if not the top back in the league this year. Offensive Rookie of the Year in Tyler Warren. Man, I'm not hearing it, bro. Like, I get it. Teams is frustrated because he got hurt. They say, well, they shouldn't have signed him to a long-term deal. Like, what do you think long-term is for Daniel Jones? He's going to get the Sam Darnold deal. 3 years, $100 million, $60 million guaranteed, front-load the contract. After his first year, you can move on from him if you wanted to. Because all you're trying to do is get Daniel Jones to outlive the time period when you don't have first-round picks. That's all that you're trying to do, and that's why you drafted Riley Leonard right along with signing Daniel Jones, and you still had the opportunity to move Anthony Richardson as well for even more value. So I don't know. I just think sometimes people get caught up in their teams in an emotional moment and make an irrational decision in thought processes where in reality, like, the Colts are fine. They just got to navigate this situation with the QB and not make a long-term mistake, because Daniel Jones won't be ready for next season. So you got to kind of be careful of how do they approach this offseason, which means they could really turn around and offer any QB that they want to be bridged the same deal that they was going to offer Daniel Jones with less in it. That's all they have to do is say who's the best. Like, they'll have the best situation to offer any free agent quarterback that wanted to come. That's if Riley Leonard doesn't play good. If Riley Leonard plays good, then they can chill a little bit more. But, you know, to be honest, if I'm them, I turn around and say, all right, let's start this process over. Who's the best free agent quarterback? Is it Mac Jones? Is it Kyler Murray? Who could they get to come in and only give them 1 year, pretty much 1 year of guaranteed money? That's all they really got to do is just say, look, we're going to guarantee the first year. You're going to get $50 million guaranteed. You're going to $100 million contract in 3 years. It's what the Raiders did to Geno Smith. You give him a 2-year deal. Geno Smith ain't going to turn down $70 million in 2 years. Just like Sam Darnold didn't turn down 60 in 3 as good as he played on the Vikings the year before. It's quite simple. Like, that's all that this is. But, you know, fans will be crashing out from like one bad situation. Deadeye, what's good? All right, y'all got any questions, man? Shoot, this is your time to ask any questions. And while y'all asking those questions, this is the current state of the Tennessee Titans. They have moved Xavier Woods at free safety, who had an interception, and put Kevin Winston at nickel backer, and they've moved Harris from nickel to outside. I love next year when they get more corners where they could put Winston back deep and put Harris back in the nickel, who made that forced fumble. So, you know, even though these guys are thin and playing out of position, they still making plays. Winston made several plays. Harris made several plays. Woods made plays. Baker, he fighting hard. He might have been getting dunked on, but he's still playing hard. It's going to be interesting to see if Michael Robinson or Kairi Long gets onto the field in rotation down the stretch, I want to see some of those young guys. Jalen Harrell has been playing better in a spell role with Femi being out, and Jahad Ward obviously is right here. James Williams with the block kick. I hope they find some ways to get him on the field. In defense, you got to see a little bit of his athleticism on the block kick. And then the new look line with Corey Levin going to be starting the rest of the season with Peter Skoronski, Dan Moore, Kevin Zeitler, and J.C. Latham, who didn't give up but one sack to Myles Garrett. They played really well in the run game too, dominating up front. Gunnar Helm, tight end one, who will break the Titans rookie record next game against the 49ers if he's healthy, with Chig and DMR. All three tight ends touch the ball. Van Brick Hands Jefferson, wide receiver one, with AO who caught a touchdown, DK who caught a touchdown. Mason Kinsey made a couple plays in special teams. Brochet made a nice catch. Tony Pollard had his best day as a pro. And Tajay contributed. I like to see Khalil Mullins get in there, but this is how the Titans will look coming into next week. Only changes I hope to see is I hope that Michael Robinson or Kari Lam get a chance to get on the field, so I can see what they look like at cornerback going into this offseason. Because if you're not gonna have the first the first overall pick, you need to make better selections with your picks as they did this year, and they got to do good in free agency. Free agency just becomes more important with the money that the Titans got free if they don't get the number one pick. They still can get value in the trade back, not like a first overall pick trade back, but still good value depending on if Dante Moore or Ty Simpson comes out of college this year. So it'll be interesting to see just exactly how the number one pick folds, who all decides to declare for the NFL draft, and if any of these young guys get a chance in the last month against the 49ers, the Chiefs, the Saints, and the Jaguars, the last 4 games, if they get a chance to show improve. 2 times, man. Comedy 2 times, man. Giants is, if y'all lose to the Commanders this week, y'all got a good shot at number 1. If y'all win, y'all probably not getting it. But either way, y'all will still have a top 5 draft pick. Y'all got any more questions for Shop Talk? If not, we're going to get into phase 2. Is your boy a little under the weather, man? We fighting through it today. You need him to lose? See, it's different in y'all situation. Like, we're not necessarily different. You would rather, because Jackson Dart is back now. If I'm you, I would rather Jackson Dart play good and win than lose on purpose to get a better draft pick. I really feel that way. I think it's more important for Cam Ward, Shedeur, and Jackson Dart to play well than to get a higher draft pick. Like, I just feel that way. How I think the 49ers game will go. I think we'll get beat. I think Cam Ward will have a better day passing than he did against the Browns. Obviously, I don't think we'll run the ball as well as we did against the Browns. And with Kyle Shanahan calling plays, I think he'll create more mismatches in coverage with half of our team playing out of position. I know I showed this graphic, but having a safety at cornerback and a rookie nickel cornerback playing outside in a practice squad, he's the number 6 corner on the team. Having this look, I expect Shanahan to find some ways to confuse them a couple times. Like, I ain't saying the game could be as bad as the Jaguar game, because I think the Jaguar game was just like a cluster. I think it'll be a tough game for the Tennessee Titans coming off of a win, because I know a lot of people thought that Cam Ward had a bad attitude about winning, but they didn't understand that the media is gonna say the Titans won, but Cam didn't play well, right? He's not gonna say that bothers him, but we all know that bothers him. Not because he's competing with Shedeur. It's the last time that we won a game. He played well in the fourth quarter. In the very next game, they had a hangover effect and they got the doors blown off of them. So he knows if they come out and he doesn't play well and the Titans lose, the narrative is only gonna grow. So for Cam Ward, he wants to play better and help his team. So I think it would be great for Cam Ward to play well enough that the Titans have a chance to win in the fourth quarter. And whether they win or lose, I like a win, but it's gonna be tough to beat the 49ers. Titans hadn't won back-to-back games in the NFL and God knows how long. So, I think that's a situation where Cam's attitude was, we can't be satisfied with that. They had a chance to put the game away on offense and defense and they wasn't able to. And I think that's what bothers, I think that's what bothered Cam. People try to make it seem as if, Cam was mad that he didn't outplay Shedeur. I just think it's more that he missed the pass to DK and Van Jefferson dropped one. If they make those two plays, then you're talking about Cam Ward, having the 250-yard day with, 4 touchdowns passing. That would have been that would have hit a little different. Zach Perry was popping. Man, 2 times, bro. Every time, bro. Zach Perry was good. Yeah, Ravens just, oh man. But there was a catch by Isaiah Likely though. I think y'all got a little bit of the job action right there. That was a catch by Isaiah Likely. He caught the ball 2 feet down, took a third step, then the guy knocked the ball out. Like, it's supposed to be 2 feet down. You don't have to go to the ground with the catch or maintain position in that situation. I didn't think, but y'all kind of got played a little bit on that. About to get back into Warzone. Is the BR for Warzone out? Man, I think y'all jumping the gun. I mean, Lamar missed over a month of football, and y'all ready to get rid of Harbaugh. Man, I don't agree. I don't agree. Coming from the thing is, like, Mike McDonald is gone. A few people is gone. Like, you gotta be realistic with yourself and say what kicker is better. I mean, not kicker, but what coaches, like, what coach could you get in this coaching carousel that would be that would be better than Harbaugh? Because McDonald has moved on. Denard Wilson has moved. A lot of coordinators that y'all had that Mike could have been the next head coach. I don't see nobody on y'all staff that you would promote over Harbaugh. That's what you got to be careful with as a fan. Want to get rid of a coach, but then you don't have a better option. You talking about Falele? Just got a new season in map for Warzone. I don't mess with Black Ops series for real. I like Black Ops series better than the other series, personally. But who am I? I gotta start getting back into gaming. I really been enjoying content way too much to really care about gaming as of late, being honest. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't been I can't sit here and act like I've been interested in gaming, so to speak. I just haven't. Man, see, y'all want McDonald at head coaching and y'all gonna be frustrated out there running all that auto motion offense and shit. Like, you just got, like, y'all gotta appreciate the coach that y'all got. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think sometimes, man, the grass ain't always greener. Oh, Mary mix up. It come out of position cards. Who is the out of position cards that they got coming? KT. Odell Beckham quarterback. Jalen Hurts zero chill quarterback. DK Metcalf cornerback. Tavon Austin running back. Chris Lindstrom zero chill. Kyle Pitts linebacker. Wow. 92 speed for Kyle Pitts linebacker. Crazy, right? Zach Thomas, zero chill. Mark Ingram, Drake London. Odell quarterback is crazy. Ungrateful.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Kinda hang up my controller, GG's. Yeah. We getting to that time of year, man. You know, people ask me like, yo, like, do you play a lot? How much do you play? Da 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 da. I'm like, hey, bro. Listen, I play enough Madden to wet my whistle, so to speak. And that's about it, bro. I don't overdo it with the Madden. I don't want to be stressed out. He said DK Metcalf and Drake London at cornerback would be nice. Playing less and less every year. I really am. But to be fair, I'm enjoying the game in the small times that I play it because I don't put much into it like that. And I'm enjoying the outside content more and more. Yo, GOAT, what's good, my boy? I enjoy Madden. Like, bro, I get into it the first 90 days up until Most Feared. I through Most Feared, I'm usually pretty dialed in. When we start getting close to Black Friday, like, the game usually takes a twist. Same, and play other games. Yeah, it's just I haven't found other games that interest me gaming right now. Like, I'm in a period or a phase, and I don't know if any of y'all going through this where like I've gamed all my life and I love gaming, but it's nothing right now that got me like where I like run in here into this room and turn the game on. Like, there's nothing. It ain't a promo from Madden. It ain't a new map. It ain't a new game. It's nothing right now that makes me like run into the house like, yo, bro, I really want to play XYZ game. You want to play Arc Raiders? Arc Raiders looks cool, but it seems as if everybody that's playing Arc Raiders, content creator wise, is playing it because it's got viewership. I don't want to fall into that mode of playing games just because they have viewership. It don't look like my cup of tea. I enjoyed The Witcher. I was hoping that The Witcher would be out by now, but it won't be out the next year sometime. So, you know, you get into that. What coach would I recommend for Cam Ward? It's not so much Cam Ward. You need a coach that's coming in that's going to help build the culture of accountability, aggressiveness, toughness. Sunday was the first game I felt all season that the coaching staff out-coached the other team. They had a good game plan for Myles Garrett. They ran the football. They stuck with running the football, even when running the football wasn't getting them the best outcome, so to speak. So I enjoyed a game where they had a good game plan. I think you need more of that for Cam Ward, that protects Cam Ward from himself, than somebody that's going to come in and make him throw for 5,000 yards. Because I think that's one thing that like a Andy Reid or a McVay or a LaFleur, those type of coaches bring. Especially like look at Jim Harbaugh with Justin Herbert.
Let me teach you how to
He
vibe.
brought in tight ends, offensive linemen, and a bunch of running backs, and made Justin Herbert throw the ball 10 less times a game, which helped the offensive line. It protected his body physically, and Justin Herbert is a more efficient quarterback today than he ever was before. You need that. I don't need Cam Ward throwing the ball 45 times a game. I need him throwing the ball 30 times efficiently, throwing
Let me teach
beams,
you how to vibe.
running the ball, play action, extending plays, using his arm talent to look for plays down the field. This is one of the first games where the RPO screen game looked good because they actually did quick hitters in the RPO, which was snap, hold, pull. DK was the swing. DK and Spears was the swing man. Cam Ward kept it like once or twice, got a couple yards and went down. And then the other times when they showed too much attention to DK and Spears on the swing, Tony Pollard pops them on the backside with duo blocks on Myles Garrett with tight ends blocking down, and you get long runs. Like you gotta protect Cam from himself. Because every slinger wants to drop back 40 times, but with all the good edge rushers in the league, you think about the teams we played, the Rams with Jared Verse and Byron Young, the Broncos with Benito and their pass rush, the Texans 2 times, the Colts, all these teams with all these premier edge rushers. You can't expect a young quarterback to drop back 45, 50 times and not get killed. You want to limit the number of dropbacks when you play those teams. Because it don't matter if you took the best left tackle in the history of Earth. If he got to block Myles Garrett on 40 dropbacks, the quarterback's gonna die. It's toxic for the PvP. So that's why I say, like, just make sure that whatever the coach is somebody that is gonna stay balanced and not just be, not just be an offensive guy. He's got to be a locker room guy, because the Tennessee Titans now and forever should be
Let me teach you how to
a
vibe.
balanced football team that's physical, plays tough defense, and can run the ball and hurt you in the passing game.
Work the ball in the middle of the field.
All right. if y'all still watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you follow me on Shotbybuddha on Kick, Shotbybuddha FB on Twitch. It's gonna be the end of the Facebook side, the YouTube side. But nah, let's chill for a minute. But do follow me because we're gonna go straight into we are gonna get into the late night stuff. I still got one more challenge to do. But make sure y'all follow me on Kick and Twitch for the late night stream. I was gonna end Facebook and YouTube, but I'm gonna hold on for a second. Oh, and then too, like this is something that I got for vertical. Just so y'all can see, I'm gonna be doing some of my vertical streaming on this in the future. What y'all think? Like I don't know if y'all got y'all phone in y'all hand. I don't know how it looks. I'm about to pull my phone in my hand just to see like how this actually looks.
It's a gain of 11. And the Titans first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
I was trying to see if it showed in vertical format, but it don't. But that's how the vertical format gonna look. Kevin Zeeler is getting the card. Who's my right guard now? Oh, I got Bruce. Is Bruce Matthews my right guard? Because I think Kevin Mawai is it. I think I got Creed Humphrey and Kevin Mawai. What kind of card is OZ? Is OZ getting?
Come on.
Well, y'all got any more questions? Champion cards so I can use the tokens. Oh, good. Finally can use some of our tokens, right? Finally can use some of our tokens, right? They killing Justin Herbert ass. They on Justin Herbert, Nick.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for a Titans first down. 7-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Shop open. Anybody got anything they want to talk about? Drop it in the chat, or I'm in the voice channel. If y'all new to the stream, just know the first portion of the stream is a podcast, and sometimes we get into gameplay. But I'm always open for conversation. Statman, what up?
Makes the score. Visitors 20, Titans 14.
I wanted to do another mock though, because now that like the AI is updated, it's very hard to do the draft now that the Titans won't have the first pick. So I might do another pod of me going through what I would do with the Titans offseason if I wasn't gonna if I didn't have the top pick. Jesse Minter will be high on a lot of people's board as a coach candidate too. Question from Saturday: how do you truly feel about Kalen DeBoer? How long do you rock with him? Let me go to. How do you feel about Kalen DeBoer, and how long do you rock with him if he doesn't win like Bama is used to? To be honest, what he's doing right now is good enough. Nobody expect Kalen DeBoer to be Nick Saban. Now, if he's Brian Kelly and got Jaden Daniels and can't make the playoffs in a 4-year span, that's different. But, you know, Bama could have faltered down the stretch last year and could have been in. Bama's in this year. Let's say they get healthy and Bama revenges Oklahoma and beats Indiana as in the Final Four. He doesn't have to win the championship. I just think he's got to keep Bama around that playoff picture every year. In his down years have to have an explanation, because with the talent at Bama and Ohio State and some of these teams, like, there's no reason for them to not be around that top 10 to top 12 picture every year, even in some down years. So that's all you expect. I mean, DeBoer could be at Bama for 10 years and get one championship and be in the playoffs, you know, a handful of times and be perfectly fine. I just think you couldn't have a situation where Bama falls off the map and is 6-6 or 7-5. Like, look at Michigan. Like, I always say that, like, when people not happy with what DeBoer is doing, look at Penn State, look at Michigan, look at Auburn right now, look at Florida, look at these teams that are prominent. You know, look at Florida State this year. You know, like, even though they beat us, you know, Florida State's not a bowl team. You know, like you could be that. So it's like you got to be appreciative of what you got. Tennessee might go through that, not being appreciative of what Josh Heupel has done. You know, preseason when Nico transferred, people was expecting Tennessee to win 7 games. Tennessee wins 8 or 9 and is close to. It should have beat Georgia. They had a chance against Alabama. You know, like some of these games where like a coin flip cost them the game. I just think you can't get ahead of yourself. Let DeBoer build and grow. Bama will be fine with DeBoer as coach. He's shown he's made the decision he made in the Iron Bowl to go for it and not kick. Some of the things he's done. I mean, give him this run. You know, like let Bama beat Oklahoma and knock off Indiana or something like, and the whole narrative will change about the boy. But I think he's fine because I mean I don't ever think that I can't be mad at him for losing to Kirby Smart. You know what I'm saying? I can't be mad that he lost a 2-point game to Oklahoma. You know, I some things like that I ain't really tripping on. The Florida State game is the one. He can't have that Florida State letdown game every year. He got to really be dialed in because it's gonna cost him long term. He said Jalen looked buns tonight.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
That's a good question though, KT. Connor, what up? Jimmy Duke's in the building. Legarius, T.O. LaD.
For the extra point. The kick is good. Makes the score our home team 28, visitors 20. Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
I want to do some of the event tonight. I'll probably play some of the event. Try to get that Donald Parham. Eagles got to get back to that though, running Saquon.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
I ain't been playing much Madden at all, to be honest.
Let me teach you how to vibe. Let me teach you how to vibe.
Enio, what's good? Jay, what up? Bro, get your ass. Who y'all got in this game tonight? No Chargers or Eagles?
Result of the play is a turnover on downs. and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
32-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Driller, what up? Tyler Sage. What's good, Drill? Can I get a roll tide?
A gain of only a yard.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Can I get a roll tide? Just one time. Keenan Allen must not be in the game or something. I ain't gonna never get no. Hope y'all enjoying y'all time though, Drill. I ain't gonna never get it roll tide. Never say never, man. Roll tide. See, there you go. 2 times get it. Tip my hat. I tip my hat. Calibrates.
Murray's pass, intended for Tank Dell, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Oh, they just had the baby.
4-yard line.
Smoky Mountain. Let's see, Black Bears. And had her messed up, man. Y'all gotta get out to Chirac, man. Blick City, y'all gotta get out Blick City and get out in the great outdoors of down south, man. There you go, stat, man.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
It's in the game, stat. I mean, Jay, that tip pass interception in the snow, right? That reminded me when y'all did us like that in the playoffs that year when Tannehill went to bed, like a tipped screen pass in the air for a touchdown, by blah 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 blah. Like not it ain't it, you already playing Josh Allen and then you have that happen, bro. That's tough, Jay. That's tough, man. Man, you gotta love that's the earth, Driller. That's the earth, man. Get to be one with the animals and nature. Tierre Tart, Tennessee Titans legend. Tierre Tart, Tennessee Titans legend. I kind of need Jalen Hurts to throw a touchdown right here. I gotta make sure I make that tweet. He said, yeah, I mean, Chirac is Blick City. Touchdown, A.J. Brown, Tennessee Titan legend.
Adam Vinatieri for the extra point. The kick is good. Makes the score Titans 42, visitors 20.
I don't know about that call right there.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
I don't know about that call right there. I don't know about that call. I don't think that was a holding right there.
On the return, they'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Nano, what it do? Man, Jim Harbaugh looks so funny, man. He like he trapped in the 80s, right? What y'all think about Kyler Murray to the Colts? What y'all think about Kyler Murray to the Colts? That's gonna be my next segment.
A 5-yard gain on the play. Result is a first down. Complete to Trey McBride. A gain of 18 on the play. And a first down. A gain of 4. And it's third down. Murray's pass. Complete to Trey.
EJ, what up?
It's a gain of 6. Results in a first down. Murray's pass. Incomplete.
That's a fumble.
It's now second and 10. Murray's pass. Complete to
Gary, what up?
It's a gain of 4. And it's third down. Murray's pass. Incomplete. It's now fourth down.
If they put it back on the one, are they gonna do the tush push? It's my first time. Now I've been doing the challenges behind the scenes, so when y'all be seeing me sitting here talking and you see other stuff on the screen, you got to win 10 of these computer games to get the zero chill long snapper. So I was like, look, let me just do this off scenes. I just ain't been, at the end of Blitz, they had their +5 speed on all them players and all that goofy stuff. But I just, I found that, when the game gets weird, to not force myself to play and be frustrated, I rather just make, and all the other content been doing good. So, I've been just more focused on other content than just Madden. Just right now, because, if the game is in a weird space, why put yourself through being frustrated and then you just pick it back up when you feeling good? Feeling on the bob. You feel me? EJ is like, it just makes sense. Like I've been dropping like 2 YouTube videos a day and shorts and all kind of stuff and having fun with that and just not being stressed out about Madden. Cause you know, they got the Zero Chill event Wednesday. I'll be live to do a watch party for that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why stress yourself out? It's like, I feel like that's bad content if I sit here playing the game, complaining the whole time, raging and being frustrated when I could just do other stuff and make content and the community still grow. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the ultimate goal, is as long as y'all still in the shop, commenting, you know, engaging the YouTube, the Twitter, the Kick, the Twitch, all that. Like, you know, there was a time when I'd sit here and put, you know, 8 hours a day into games, and I would do that if it's beneficial. But if it ain't beneficial, like, why force it? It ain't that many games that's dropped that's like, I'm not playing Arc Raiders. I'm not, you know, and it's no gun, like no game that's really enjoyable out there for me right now. I see people playing games, they don't look happy playing it. Me personally, I only want to play stuff that I enjoy. You feel me? All right, we didn't got to our 20-0 chill. I seen Skimbo had a 50-0 chill team. I'm just like, bro, come on. He said Shedeur got everybody eating off the dog. I mean, I have a different I got a different viewpoint of it. If you go all the way back to the draft process, I said I would have been cool with Shedeur or Cam Ward. I said if they want Cam Ward first, they'll take him. If they don't take Cam Ward, I'd trade back and get Shedeur. I'm happy that both of them are getting some national recognition. They're both good players. I'm happy that I don't like this Stefanski ruin the game by not allowing Shedeur to go for 2. You know, I'm with Cam. I understand why Cam was frustrated after the game that, you know, he missed the pass to DK and Van Jefferson dropped a touchdown, which would have had like inflated numbers for Cam. It's really good that Cam gets some dubs down the stretch. You know, it's like this is basically what I said from the beginning of I don't think that I like Cam and Shedeur coming out of college. I like Jackson Dart. I like Milroe. I like this quarterback class. I like Will Howard, Quinn Ewers. I liked everybody in this class, and you just hope that these franchises don't ruin these young players. Like, obviously, the Browns got 8 quarterbacks on retainer, and Deshaun Watson is coming back, and they burned the 3rd round pick on Dylan Gabriel, and for every purpose that they had, they didn't want to play Shedeur. And then they played him, and he balled out. It's like, you know, Cam obviously don't have much talent around him. The coaching staff finally coached a good game, and What happens when the Tennessee Titans have more rushing yards than their opponent for the first time all year? They control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line looks better. They're able to block Myles Garrett, and Cam is able to be efficient, moving the ball around, throwing 2 touchdowns. If Van don't drop his and he don't miss DK, Cam has 4 passing touchdowns. You know, so it's, at the end of the day, like, I'm glad that I hope that they both play well in their careers. And I'm happy that we got Cam Ward. I think we got the right guy for this rebuild of this culture in Nashville. We need somebody that's going to hold everybody accountable. That's my honest take. That's my honest take on the game. I'm glad it was the most entertaining game I've seen the Titans play all season. It really was. And I've seen a lot of boring Titan games. He missed the kick. 87 in the chat. Jake Elliott missed the kick. Good old Jake. All right, I need 505 rushing yards. I need 505 rushing yards. It's a big game for the Chiefs too. If the Chargers win, they'll be kind of up. If the Chargers lose and go to 8-5, you know, Chiefs could put a spin on the Chargers and get themselves back close. There's a lot of implications in every football game being played at this stage in the year. Every game got stipulations and implications. Every single game, bro. This is when football is fun to watch. It's like high stakes poker. Who gonna crap out? Who gonna fold first? I need to get that Taylor Mays. I almost got this team right. Let's see. Where am I at in the field pass? Did I open up the 90s? I think I did. I think I opened in the 90s. No, I opened up the 90s at the next level. All right, that's what I'm waiting on. All right, 2 more points. Is anything else I could do? Rushing yards. I don't think it's enough of those that I could get. Move up. Nah. Because I want to get Matabuki all right, here's the zero chill guy from the event. I was wondering why I didn't get him yet. There we go. There we go. So for 50K, I seen that. Was it like a Ricky card? Then his brother had tweeted like, "Yo, if that's going for 50K, I'll let you FaceTime him for 50K." And look, for my own selfish reasons, that's why I wanted Cam Ward or Shedeur. I wanted some swag on my quarterback. Finally, I wanted a quarterback that that the national media could would want to cover and have some kind of fanfare with. TBH. And that's why I was like, for the teams that people are saying they didn't want Cam Ward or Shedeur, like, bro, like, for a franchise that don't get coverage, that doesn't get a lot of primetime games or sell jerseys, or like not a media darling, like, you should be itching to get a QB like Cam Ward or Shedeur. Like, it's gonna do so much for media wise for your franchise. It's not even gonna make sense. Because I mean, this what these low market teams need is marketability and somebody that can sell tickets, somebody that could get asses in seats. All right, so now I just need to get to level 20 to get that 90 to get Matabuki to get his tokens maxed out, and then defense will be complete outside once I get Taylor Mays. Then I'll put my abilities on my guys and we'll start the event. I could get Josh Allen right now. I don't know how that Jalen Hurts card is going to be. Jalen Hurts is going to be 92 speed. He's gonna be a LTD though. Jalen Hurts is gonna be a LTD though. You said I was hoping Cleveland would have picked Cam up in the draft. I mean, Titans had the first pick, so I kind of, if you follow my channel, I knew that they was gonna pick Cam Ward like pretty early. Because you got to think, the Titans had a week with Shedeur in Senior Bowl, and then they had private workouts with the other top picks. And then after their private workout with Cam Ward, you just seen the whole energy shift. You seen the Giants sign Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson back to back. You seen the Steelers pretty much making it known that they were going after Aaron Rodgers. So when that happened, I kind of knew that they was going to pick Cam Ward first. I think that Mike Bergonzi coming in from the Chiefs, personality is a big thing and culture of what they wanted. And like, I don't know if you got to see Cam Ward's Tubi documentary. It's free. Like, if you watch it, it'd be hard for you not to like Cam Ward. Like, if you watch that documentary, it's like hard for somebody to say like, yo, I don't like the kid. Like, I don't want him on my team. Like, when you watch his documentary, you'll say, like, man, I want Cam Ward on my team. Just because of his his personality, his mental makeup. Dirty Gang TV said, clickbait. What is clickbait? The media can't divide Cam and Shedeur. The Tennessee Titans, the New York Giants, the Saints should value winning games over draft picks. What is clickbait about that? So I'll say get Josh Allen. I'm thinking about getting Josh Allen with my snow. But I'm going to be mad if I power down this Cam Ward and get this Josh Allen with snow. And then next week, it's like Warren Moon or Steve McNair, somebody drop. I'm going to be sick. I ain't going to lie to you. But I know this Josh Allen is probably a dog, though. So Dirty Gang TV, what's clickbait? I'm not one of those creators that use clickbait. I don't feel like I need to have to do that. Clickbait would be like me saying such and such is definitively better than such and such, like doing stuff like that. Like that's clickbait. Clickbait would be it's easy to create clickbait, and that ain't my sauce. Like I think like the crazy part about the ending of this season is even if you lose out and tank, you're not guaranteed the top pick. Because the Raiders beat the Titans beat the Browns, the Titans and the Saints play, the Commanders and the Giants about to play. Everybody gonna be and beat everybody is gonna go to strength of schedule. So strength of schedule is gonna determine the #1 overall pick. So you could beat a team or you could lose to a team and they still get the pick over you. So like it's kind of a weird situation how it's gonna end up. And depending on if it's the Raiders, I think they take a quarterback. If the Jets get up there, I think they take a quarterback. But best case scenario for the Giants, the Titans, Commanders, teams that don't need a QB is the Raiders get the first pick and they take a QB. Then the second pick would be valuable like the Browns was last year. When the Titans took Cam Ward, the Browns' second pick became valuable. They traded it to the Jaguars. They got the Jaguars' first round pick next year and a second and a pick swap on the fourth. So it's like you think about what the Browns got back for making that three-team that three position trade back is gonna work magic. That the Browns gonna have 2 first-round picks next year. Schlesinger was the linebacker was their pick in the second. So it's like look what they got back from it, and they still got Mason Graham, still got Harold Fanning, Shedeur, Dylan Sampson, Quinshawn Judkins. Like they loaded up with their draft. Titans need that. He said, I saw Cam play for the first time yesterday. They both polished and raw. Yeah, I mean, I watched film on every Cam Ward game he's played this season. Like I kind of knew what they was. I watched a lot of tape on them coming out of college, and this was the first game the Tennessee Titans had more rushing yards than their opponent. This is the best coached game the Tennessee Titans have had all year, where they had a game plan to neutralize Myles Garrett. That's Tony Pollard's career high rushing. So just imagine Selmo, if that's your name, I hope I pronounced it right. Imagine the Tennessee Titans in the last month have been running for like 25 yards a game, 30 yards a game. 2 games this month, last month, Cam Ward led the team in rushing. So you don't want Shedeur or Cam to drop back 40, 50 times versus Myles Garrett and Jeffrey Simmons. You're going to get them killed. You know, like they both got arm talent. They both are natural leaders. They both are people that like media darlings. You just got to put the right talent and right set of coaching around them. Because, like, I mean, Cam Ward's throwing the ball to Van Jefferson as a #1 option. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Tennessee Titans depth chart at cornerback. You got rookie safety playing corner. You got a rookie corner that's been in the nickel playing outside. You got practice squad guys playing guard and Jerry Jeudy out there. Like, you know, I'd like to see those franchises put enough around them to where, like, these guys have real raw talent around them and really get a chance to develop. Don't just have them dropping back 40, 50 times a game trying to save your franchise. Like, put them in good position to play winning football. Like, I hope that's what they do with Cam and Shedeur. Traditionally, the Browns have not done that. Traditionally, the Titans have not done that. Consistent. Titans have done it, but they only do it, you know, every handful of years, and then they drop back. Every handful of years, and then they drop back. Like, they got to have some consistency. So whoever they hire has got to marry in with Bergonzi and got to be a person that can make the 53-man roster better. Not just Cam Ward. Cam Ward going to be fine. He the hardest worker on the team. Shedeur going to be fine. Stefanski just got to let him run the 2-point conversion at the end of the game. And I get the whole Wildcat stuff, but I got to stand on business and say, even when the Titans did that against the Chargers and lost the game doing that, like, you don't draft a #1 quarterback in the draft to run Wildcat on 4th and inches on the goal line. You just don't do it. Like, put the ball in his hand, let him see what he do. If he make a mistake, he just make a mistake. But those guys are too talented for you to have a running back throwing the ball with the game on the line. Like that, it's the reason why you drafted them is they play making ability, and then you get them in a position where you feel more comfortable with Tony Pollard playing quarterback than Cam Ward or with Quinshon Judkins at quarterback than Shedeur. To me, it just don't make sense. Like let's be realistic here. Do we get Josh Allen, or do we keep Cam Ward at quarterback? Because I got enough snow to get Josh Allen right now. Do I get Josh Allen? Do I put leave Cam Ward at QB? That Cam Ward card is super old, by the way. That's like a 91 overall. This Josh Allen is probably like a 96 or a 97. What y'all think? Let's see. Patrick Mahomes is coming out. Tay Adams. Kevin Zeitler. Van Geekel. So it's a Mahomes quarterback that's going to come out. I think this Josh Allen might be. I might need to put Josh Allen at QB1. I done had Cam Ward for so long. I done had Cam Ward for so long. Should I get this Josh Allen man? I'll let y'all look at him. Should I get Josh Allen? I done had Cam Ward at QB. Like, I can't tell you how long I done had Cam Ward. Season 2. This Cam Ward is a season 2 card. This Cam Ward is a season 2 card. Let's look at his stats. 44,000 passing yards with Cam Ward. KT2 said get rid of. Bro, I done had Cam since season 2. When did season 2 start? Bro, it's time for me to get Josh Allen, bro. Jeez. I'm so loyal, man. I'm so loyal. I done had Cam all this time, man. I done had Cam all this time out of loyalty. My boy Cam season 2 though, man. It's time for season 2 Cam to go on. He say lock him in. I mean, I had Cam for a long time, bro. Slinger, pass, lead, elite. Faster, hot routes, quick playmaker and reactions. Let me see. Pocket data is 6. How much is conductor? Conductor is 8. Conductor is 8. Because I like Conductor for the way I play. Damn. Let's see. Conductor is 8. Tank. Sleight of hand. Red zone, long range, protected, quick draw. What abilities y'all got on Josh? What abilities y'all got on Josh? Conductor here is 10. You could put quick draw and conductor. Bro, what abilities y'all running? Cause I could put Frozen Gunslinger is 4. Conductor is 10. Or I could put quick draw. Quick draw and conductor. Or I could put slinger, conductor, conductor, slinger. 1 AP would be left over. What abilities y'all using on y'all Josh, on y'all quarterback? What abilities y'all using on y'all quarterback? Come on, check. Y'all supposed to give me the fire abilities out here. Y'all ain't giving me none. Pocket Dead Eye and Gunslinger. Let me see something. Let's see. So if you got Pocket Dead Eye and Slinger, so that's 4 AP.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
10 AP. You burning 10 AP. Juan Carlos Imani, what up? So you burning 10 AP on him. Quick draw is 1. Quick draw is 1, so 0 on that is really not beneficial. I could go. I just like the fast blocking adjustments. That's 8. 8 and then 8 and then 1, that'll be 9. Gunslinger for 2 in one of those buckets. Gunslinger for 4 is right there. Fearless, immune to pressure. Pocket Deadeye is 6. So I don't know, man, which one I'd like to run. I mean, you're getting a 3 AP discount on Slinger. Big Jeff, what it do? What abilities you running out here in this world, Jeff? 4 and 10 is 14. 8 and 7 is 15. Think I might run Gunslinger and Conductor. I wish Conductor was Slinger and Pocket Deadeye. I just like the fast blocking adjustments from Conductor. Got 1 AP free. Loft and Deadeye. Loft and Deadeye. Or do I want good catching from my running backs or my tight ends? I throw to my tight ends more. So what I want, tight end out, or do I want Loft and Deadeye? Because I don't think it's nobody else that get abilities. Inside shade and bench press. I ain't even been playing the game to know if any of this stuff worked though. Because I was just running dots and master attack on Cam. I was running dots and master attack on Cam. Like they got to drop a new Cam Ward at some point. And when they do, I'll go back to Cam Ward. Said Fee Lee. Yeah, I mean, I put Gunslinger Conductor on Josh Allen. I don't know where I'm gonna put the other 1 AP at. When Zietler dropped, I wonder should I sell Bruce Matthews for Zietler? Get my coin back. The Zietler's probably gonna be cheap. Let's see what I got on my defense. I ain't put nothing on Diggs yet, but I got flat zone and mid zone on Adderley. Flat zone on Cheeto. Mid zone and Lurk Artist on M and Worry. Baker, I got mid zone and Lurk Artist. I gotta get my tokens for Matabuke, but Zadarius got double or nothing. Hainsworth got double or nothing. Will Anderson got double or nothing. Draymond Jones got 0 AP interior threat. So I got to put something on Diggs. What y'all got on y'all outside corners? Yeah, I know I run a lot. I know Jeff said he got inside shade and bench press. I mean, I could put mid zone on him. No, the 0 AP, my bad. Outside shade, inside shade. That's if I'm running man. Or I could put zone KOs on him. I don't know. Either I should have inside shade on him for when I do go man, or I need to, I say put like deep zone out. I don't know. I run a lot of cover 4. I run a lot of cover 4. So I don't know if I want deep out in mid zone on him or not. But when I do go man, the inside shade will be critical though. Mother corner Porter. Let's see what's gonna cost on him. Damn, I wish I had one more AP. If I had one more AP, I'd just put deep out. Now I'm about to start playing it. I just got the long snapper like 10 minutes ago. That's why I'm building the team now, because I just got the long snapper. Y'all want deeper mid though. Deeper mid. Or do I want inside shade? I don't know. for when I go manned up.
Let me
Or
teach you how
outside
to
shade
vibe.
for speed outs and stuff. Yeah, Eagles are struggling. I want outside shade for speed outs. I don't know. Starting the third quarter, yeah, that's good. I don't know what to put on this Trayvon Diggs. Terrell, what you got on your corners? I don't know. I don't even know what to put. I ain't been playing the game enough to even know what I supposed to put on. Should I have mid zone or deep out? Or should I play flat zone for cover two sometime? I don't know. Deep zone. Okay. We'll see. What's up with the stone wall? What's up with the stone wall? Stone wall got some bullshit attached to it. What's the bullshit on the stone wall? He said light up like a Christmas tree. I got you. I can't wait till I get that Taylor Mays because this Adrian Wilson don't get nothing. Adrian Wilson don't get shit. Well, his stone wall is only 1 AP. It give you knockouts too. He only got 1 AP on his stone wall. Deep out for Jesse Bates. Lurk artist. I ain't gonna lie, that felt good. Marty, I just now got done with mine. I just now got the long snapper. When I say just now, I mean like 10, 15 minutes ago. That's why I'm over here messing around with this stuff now. Huh. Maybe I do that on both of my safeties. Yeah, it took me 3 days to do it. I wasn't in a rush to do it, Marty. All right, let me put Stonewall on both safeties. Let's just play around.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Cheap abilities. And 1 AP, I guess, for Darian Porter. Everybody gets some. I think I might sell Bruce Matthews when his Zietler drop, though. They drop wide open passes in the snow. I believe it. All right, let's see. Now on offense, I need to put X Factor on on some people. Let's see. And be slipping too. I believe it. Well, how can I take this off though? I wish I could take. I wonder, can I put this on and not have that ability go? Adam was good. You can't put the X factor on him. That's corny. Bro. Excuse me, y'all. Only Madden makes you have to do all this. I think that's everything. I need one more AP on offense though. I don't know who I'm gonna use it on. Maybe Eddie George. Maybe Eddie George get some. Damn, I wish he had Tank. Avoid stumbling as a ball carrier. Uh-oh, Saquon might be gone. Saquon and took off on the ass. Yeah, that was slick from the Eagles. That was a slick little play. You gotta give him credit with it for that little play. That was a nasty little play. You gotta admit. I guess I can get the Titans team affinity if they got it. Cam was good. Damn, ain't nobody got the Titans? Team token? Okay, I got y'all. Y'all holding out. Y'all don't want to sell. I got you. I get it.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
You still playing it all any Cam, or you done hung it up? I'm trying to get caught up. That's what I'm doing now. Trying to get my team back in the right space. Yep, Marty. You know they're gonna keep some BS in there for you. Like I'm about to sell Bruce Matthews when Zietler dropped. Hey, but this'll be. I just been doing the challenges and stuff so I could get all my stuff. I was trying to see how far I could get to Taylor Mays, but yeah, I seen that, Jeff. Yeah, we got on that earlier. Some Colts fans is mad at me. They think I'm trolling. I'm being dead serious. Like, what are they gonna do? Because Daniel Jones hasn't been signed to a contract and he won't be ready next year to begin the season. Like, what do you do? And this I'm glad y'all here. I got some OGs in here. We can have this little portion. Extended shop talk. All right, what y'all think about this? Daniel Jones is gonna be out. They're gonna play Riley Leonard. I think the Anthony Richardson experiment is over. If you the Colts and you was gonna sign Daniel Jones to a 3-year, $100 million contract like Sam Darnold got, with maybe 50 or 60% of it guaranteed. And now with injury, even more so of a thing of less guaranteed money for him. There's Mac Jones, there's Kirk Cousins, there's Kyler Murray. If you go through the names, who do you feel more comfortable with? Mac Jones or Kyler Murray, bringing him in to give them a similar deal in a short prove it type of deal that you would have gave Daniel Jones. And for the people that say that Daniel Jones haven't played well, like 3,100 yards, 24 touchdowns, and eight interceptions, like the 60, like dude's been playing some football. So I don't want to hear that. He fits their scheme perfectly. But who would you go? Would you go Kyler Murray? Because the Colts don't have first round draft picks, not in a position to move up to get a QB in the draft if Riley Leonard doesn't give them something, a flash in the pan to feel comfortable about him being the quarterback in the future. Where do you go? Best case scenario for them is Riley Leonard plays good. If you don't like what you see in Riley Leonard, thrown into a tough situation, him being injured himself, do you go Kyler Murray or do you go Mac Jones for the Colts? Because there's no way you sign Daniel Jones going through surgery that he probably wouldn't be 100% until the end of next season. So you probably be getting him for the season after, so that's a long time to wait for a franchise that's kind of in a playoff window right now. So what y'all think? I want to hear y'all thoughts. Colts fans thought I was trolling. I was being dead serious. Like, what do? You're in a bad situation. Good thing for them, for the Colts, that they hadn't already signed him. If they already had signed him to a long deal, then they'd be completely screwed. Bad for Daniel Jones is this is your contract year. You play well and you're about to get a big paycheck. It's kind of a tough situation. I need Jalen Hurts to go up top right now. I need Jalen Hurts to go up top and throw a bomb. And I need Justin Herbert to keep fighting. Cause Jalen Hurts only got 136 passing yards right now. Pass plus rushing yards. If I'm the Colts, I'm calling Rivers. I'm calling Luck. I don't think that's a real option. I think that's desperation. I think they're better off. I would have called Flacco before I would have called Phillip Rivers. Would you not have called Flacco back? All right, so I did the 10 computer games. And what you got to get to tier 3 or something? Want to say Kyler, but Mac Jones was consistent. Is this how you get the whatchamacallit, or is it something else? Do tier 1. Oh, so just do tier 1. This the event, right? This the Donald Palm shit, right? Okay. I need a passing touchdown from Jalen Hurts. Dang, AJ. AJ Brown just dropped that shit. Then. AJ Brown just dropped the ball.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
AJ Brown just dropped it. Blocking Josh Allen passes.
Incomplete. It leads to second and 10. Eddie George, the ball carrier. Aiden Hutchinson on the tackle. No gain on the play. It's third and 10. Intended for Cooper Kupp. Incomplete.
Bro,
Sets up
am I? Oh, I'm running wrong play. Yeah, just throw, just overthrow him, bro.
Allen's pass. Intercepted. Result of the play is a turnover on downs. No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 16-yard line. The pass. It's a turnover on downs. Complete to Chad Johnson. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line. Eddie George, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6. Josh Allen sacked. A 10-yard loss on the play. Another 3 and out. It's a gain of 28 yards. That's good for a Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Allen's pass intended for Gunnar Hill. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10. Eddie George, the ball carrier. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Patriots' 18-yard line. Allen's pass intended for Gunnar Hill. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10. Allen's pass complete to Eddie George. A 9-yard gain on the play. It's now 4th down and 1. A gain of 3 yards. That's another Titans first down.
Yeah, no man there this year so far. I finally got rid of Cam. I had Cam for so long.
Makes the score Titans 7, Patriots 2. Murray's pass. Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
Oh yeah, feel good at Eddie George back out there.
Murray's pass.
Should have been my pick right there.
Intended for Malik Neighbors. Incomplete. It's third down and 10 yards to go. Murray's pass. Complete to
He said Stonewall work.
a gain of 13 yards. First down, Patriots.
Damn. Where's my?
Murray's pass. Complete to number 1, Malik Neighbors. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, New England. Beyond the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11. At the Titans' 36-yard line.
Damn, he made a good ass right on me. This thing.
Murray's pass. Complete to number 17, Devontae Adams. It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Patriot first down.
Damn, I wish he got that first down.
Pettis, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 9-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches. Jerome Bettis, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 8-yard line. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
That's cool.
Jerome Bettis, the ball carrier. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots will line up for a 2-point conversion.
My God, bro.
Conversion is successful. That makes the score Patriots 10, Titans 7. Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
That's funny. That's just funny.
The Titans take
That's just funny.
at their own 37-yard line. Allen's pass, intended for Cooper Cup, incomplete. It's now second and 10. Allen's pass, complete to Dante Thornton. That's a gain of 3. It's third and 7.
56. My lady! What's up?
Eddie George. It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Titans first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
said Eagles playing like ass. Yeah.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A gain of a
They ain't
yard.
trying to win today.
Brings up second and 9.
Ocho. Big time sack right there.
Makes the score Titans 17. Patriots 10. Adam Vinatieri
7 sacks from the Eagles.
Murray's pass, intended for Algie Crumpler, incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
Give me that. Give me that. Are you leaning the leg?
Just intercepted the pass! Wow! Look what I found, Ma!
Shotbybuddha Facebook gaming in the building.
Man, Justin Herbert out there getting collect on. But this is my problem about the media. As good as Justin Herbert is, he's the third most sacked quarterback in the league. They won't say he hold on to the ball too long like they do with every other quarterback. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, make sure you tap into the Twitch and the Kick stream is going to continue on. I'm going to end these two. Look for the YouTube content. It'll drop from the podcast portion of the stream in the morning, 8 a.m. Be blessed. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. I hope that you come over and watch. We can turn on music. We can watch podcasts. We can watch game film. We can do a lot of stuff on Kick and Twitch that we can't do on Facebook and YouTube. So that's why we end those streams, not because we don't like y'all. It's because we can do more over there. But tap in with this 30-second reset and we'll be back live. God first in the chat.